It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah.
Welcome to another semi-dreary day in Kentucky.
I know, it's like every Sunday when we stream, it's like kind of rainy, it's kind of crappy outside.
Yeah.
We were without power. Ooh, that's noisy.
Please silence your cell phones. And
we had a big storm
laptops.
on Friday, and we weren't actually sure if we were going to be able to do this because we weren't sure if the power was going to be back on. But here we are.
Yeah, it was out for...
Do you hear that?
Yeah, it's the computer back there.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you left that on.
Let me just...
You go do that.
Yeah, you talk.
Sure, I can talk. So we'll start the episode with a sample shout out. We just got a big box of samples from Adam Nelson. Thank you so much, Adam. That was super awesome of you. I'll go ahead and read you what was sent to us so you can know kind of the things that we'll be doing in the near future. We'll just be mixing these in with other samples in upcoming sample Sundays. So we got 13th Colony, which we've never had. 1816 Chattanooga Cask Strength, never had.
Actually, I think we did have that.
We had that?
At the...
In the New Orleans
Southern
Bourbon Festival?
Whiskey Society.
Yeah, okay. I don't remember having that.
And I'm back.
Knox Whiskey Works, Abraham Bowman,
Lots.
Barrel Bourbon,
Yeah.
Bellmead, just all kinds of stuff. Heart of Mystic? I don't even know what that is.
There's a 6-year age-dated Fighting Cock, which would be
Ooh.
cool.
Bucks.
We wanted to try that Buck's 8-year.
Yeah, never had that. Old Forge, Cask Strength, Rough Rider, Southern Star, Traverse City, Virgin Bourbon, 7-year.
Traverse
I don't know.
City. I think it's Traverse.
W.H. Harrison's Governor's Reserve. I've never had any of those. So I'm pretty pumped because it's going to be like a bunch of uncorkings all at once.
Yeah.
So we'll do a sample Sunday next week, and we'll talk more about that later.
Yes.
Yes. But what are we doing today?
Next,
Next up on It's Bourbon Night live in the afternoon.
hurricanes ravaged the southern port of, I don't know.
You
I was
yeah.
reading the news, but I don't know. There's
No.
no teleprompter there.
Just stack your papers neatly.
Yeah. So where did you get... Okay, you thanked Philip for the...
Not yet. That's what we're talking about today.
Oh, sorry. You thanked Adam. Now let's thank Philip.
Philip Martin.
Philip Martin, a gentleman I met in line, waiting for bourbon, heard that we were turkey fans, and he has so graciously supplied us with some samples. These bottles are going back to Philip, but we have the 8-year age-stated. This is the Japanese version, so it's a 700 milliliter of Wild Turkey 101, and the Distillers Reserve Wild Turkey 13-year, also from Japan. So we're going to start off with those. Excited. Can I just set them here?
You're being criticized for not wearing a bourbon shirt. He only has so many.
That won't work. I
Laundry.
wear bourbon here, in my heart.
Oh, I thought you meant like inside you.
Well,
That's kind of weird.
Inside. I just have bourbon tattooed on my heart. So I guess we'll put these back until
Yes,
we're ready.
we will. But so thank you to him
Yes.
for generously giving us those, not giving us, but loaning us those bottles so that we could try them here today with you and then return them. So that is what we've got. We've got all these other ones back here. Kentucky Spirit. We've got a Russell's Pick from the Lexington Bourbon Society.
Yeah, I think that's the only non-current turkey product that we don't have is the Russell's Reserve single barrel.
That's not a pick.
That's just the regular on the shelf.
Yeah.
That's I think the only thing in their catalog that we don't have right now that's currently offered, I think. But we do have a Lexington Bourbon Society pick of it if we get there.
It's so yummy.
But there's so many other things to try. We have the regular Russell's Reserve 10-year. We have Forgiven, which we haven't had in a minute. We really like
it's
to
been
try
a
that one again. Rare Breed. Of course, we've got the Long Branch that we could revisit for a third time.
There's so much room for activities.
Yeah. We have the older handle of the Wild Turkey 101, which we tried last week. We actually unscrewed that one. I think that's from around 2010, from what I can guesstimate from the old label. Wild Turkey 81. Really don't want to try that. But that's really the only one. Really, 81 is the only turkey that we're not too keen on. And Long Branch might just be taking us a long time to come around to it. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and...
Philip says you're welcome.
Oh, thanks, Philip.
And Pam says hi.
Hi, Pam. This was sent to us a few months ago. This was sent to us by Matt Hirsch, and it is Wild Turkey 1894, which is a 90 proof, and this is bottle 06637.
Exclusive to Australia.
Exclusive to Australia. This is a Master's Keep, apparently.
We don't have it.
No.
I mean, now we have a little bit of it.
I'd never seen the bottle before when we looked up information on it, so we'll be hopefully trying that. And I think that's it for the Wild Turkey offerings. Then we're going to do some Bourbon Run trivia, like we're going to start doing at the end of every episode. Be doing that. You already talked about next week's live with the samples.
A little bit, yep. We didn't say what samples. We just said.
Well, we'll figure that out.
Okay.
Let's talk about one last item of business. Then we'll get into the drinking. And again, I'll go and I'll put the timestamps down in a pinned comment. So if you're like, these guys are yakking too much, I want to jump ahead to this, just click the time, it'll take you there. Let's talk about that.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, Chris mentioned this in the chat, but we talked about this the past couple of weeks. We are going to be doing some meetups coming up. They're going to be, more casual because we will be traveling for both of these. So in September, on the 15th, it's actually the Saturday of the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. So what we're going to do is we're going to be up there anyways for the Saturday events.
Sorry, now I'm looking at the comments.
You're good. So we're going to be up there for the Saturday events. So what we're going to do is do a meetup from 12 to 2 on that Saturday. Afternoon, we can get lunch somewhere or have drinks. We're working on a couple bars and restaurants that are within a couple of blocks of the Great Lawn, which is where the majority of the events take place. And then we also want to do Bourbon and Beyond. We're not going to do a meetup outside of there, but we can set up something. If you're coming to Bourbon and Beyond, maybe we can meet up at this place at this time.
Yeah.
We'll be going on Saturday.
Yes.
Also.
There you
So
go.
I'm going to create Facebook events. So if you don't follow us on Facebook, please follow us on Facebook. It's Bourbon Night. And then I'll create those events with those times. And that way, if you want to come, you can join. And then I'll put updates in there as we nail down more details. But that's the September 15th and the 24th, I believe, is the Saturday of Bourbon and Beyond.
Yes.
So
our Australian friend, Chris, said, make up your mind if you want me to bring a sample. I knew that this sounded familiar. So many messages and stuff. So Chris also has a sample of this 1894. And he's also bringing us a Jim Beam that sounds too close to 1792, I think, that wasn't able to be offered here in the U.S. So, well, you can fill us in
tiny pour
on that, Chris. But, and we'll let you know here. Chris, you're getting ready to try it.
Any Austin Nichols bottles back here?
Yeah.
This guy right here. So we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Oh, that smells good.
Another comment about my non-bourbon shirt. Should I just, get some bleach and
Just go back there, change, and don't come back without a bourbon shirt.
Bourbon. I'm drinking, but how about this?
A bourbon shirt.
Bourbon
or spill
shirt.
bourbon on the shirt.
Not this.
Philip Martin says it's a weak ass pour.
Well, we're trying to, conserve your product there,
yes,
sir.
Just a little bit more. Also, we have a lot of samples to make it through.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay, I'll just put a little bit more in there.
It wants to hide that comment. We're all adults. We can say ass.
He said ass. This is still 101 proof. I think that's what if you were asking about the proof on this. 1795. Yeah, that's the Jim Beam product.
Yes.
Thanks, Chris. That couldn't be offered here because it was too close to 1792, I guess. So it's offered in Australia. It's like, oh, we can't do it in the U.S. Let's send it to Australia.
Yeah. This is weird. I'm not used to the 101 not being big on the bottle.
I know. Well,
it's like on the neck.
It's on the neck. And from what I could tell from looking at the bottom of this, it's probably 2015, 2015. So.
They're making fun of my pour. I was just trying to be conservative because it's not my bottle.
This isn't our whiskey, guys.
I can't do anything
This
right.
is on loan. On loan from a museum.
Just spill a little on your shirt, Chad. That's what they say.
Yeah.
That smells so good.
It's a different nose. Should we have the regular turkey here just for nose comparison or something? Or?
Okay.
All right. Not that turkey. No, not that turkey.
I thought It was back there.
No, the regular one.
I thought every wild turkey product we had in the house was over there.
Oh! I'm okay.
In the distance, sirens.
I'm okay. No, I had the older 101 back there, but this is the regular everyday on the shelf
So we'll just put a little bit,
101.
just for nosing purposes. I mean, obviously drinking also, but...
Just to get nosy about it.
Okay.
So this is the
That's the...
regular.
Standard.
Standard. Okay.
This is the standard?
Yeah.
You're mixing me up. Okay.
Actually, I would say the 8-year has more of a nose to it.
It's a little bit more, like, perfumed. A little bit more floral. Like, they're very similar. It's like, this one is the older brother of this one.
Yeah.
Or something.
Mm-hmm. So this is the regular?
Yes.
Let's put it out here. All right. Well.
The proof on the 8 is also 101.
Yeah, they're both 101. Cheers,
cheers.
Philip.
Whoa. As I sipped it too, I got more of the like floral notes in my nose.
Ooh, that's a spicy turkey.
Ooh. Al LaFavors? Al LaFavors. I don't know how to say that. How can you get our address to send us some free merch? What? You can email us at itsbourbonnight@gmail.com and I will give you our shipping address. That would be very nice.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Chris wants to know if you want him to bring a taster of the 14-year wild turkey tradition.
Yes.
I don't know
please,
if you have to
Chris.
ask.
Yes, please. Thank you. Please. Ooh. Yeah, Chris and Leanne are coming over here from Australia for not Bourbon and Beyond, Barstown Bourbon Festival, coming over in September and well, I don't know, maybe they're going.
They come every year.
Bourbon
I think
Beyond.
they're going to Bourbon and Beyond
okay.
too. They travel all around the U.S. and then they go back to Australia. Mm-hmm. And we miss them for another year and then they come back.
Yes. And I'll just say this on air: if you want to bunker some of your American, bourbon purchases here, you can do so. Because you can only take so much back with you. So
Sure.
I won't drink any of it.
Since we don't have enough other bourbon laying around the house.
Yeah. This is really good. This is really solid.
It is really solid. It's really warm.
Yeah, it's
toasty.
It's toasty, and you're getting a lot of the barrel in there. I feel like it's some char.
Honestly, this is a little bit more harsh, and there's not as much depth of flavor.
Well, it's younger.
Well, you try it.
Makes
It's
sense.
still good. It's just, and I kind of hate doing this too because I'm like, I have always had a fondness for Wild Turkey 101. I think it's a great staple to have
Here
around.
we are trying to tear it down.
Yeah, and I don't want it to be torn down. I'm like, oh, this one's way better. It has more depth. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, but it's making me not have rose-colored glasses about this one anymore. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Best way to describe it: 8-year
Kentucky hug.
rounds off the edges, smooths out the edges.
Yes, it does.
This is probably why a lot of beginners don't start with Turkey 101. It's because you kind of have to grow to appreciate the rough edges on it, which we have.
Right.
But a beginner to bourbon's like, I want that smooth, that smooth 90 proofer or 86 proofer or whatever it is.
Yeah. Let's
wow.
see. Cody asked, where did it go? Well, now I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Are we going to the Southern Whiskey Society in Franklin, in Tennessee, at the end of August? No. I wish that we were. I wish we could do everything. What's crazy is that weekend is the Whiskey Tribe Distillery opening in Austin, which is where we will be. It's also a Southern Whiskey Society event in Franklin, Tennessee, which is where we were last year. And it's the Bourbon Women Symposium in Louisville, which I would love to go to. But they all fall on the same weekend, and there's only one of each of us.
There can be only one.
It's like, I think we might have to rotate years or something. I mean, the Whiskey Tribe opening won't happen again.
Right, that won't happen again. Yeah.
But it's like, why does everything have to be on the same weekend?
Yeah,
and then once we're
I
in
agree.
September, events for us, it's like a snowball into Christmas. It just rolls downhill.
Yeah.
It gets bigger. And then Ryan asked, are we doing an Austin meetup? We'll be at the distillery opening, and I think there's like a little event that they're doing on Friday night too. Sunday we'll be there all day. I think we're just going to be going to some bars and hanging out and maybe recovering. So if you have an idea, email us at itsbourbonnight@gmail.com, and you should tell us what we should do.
Exactly.
Maybe we could do like a happy hour or something, because we do have to fly out pretty early on Monday morning.
I like happy hours.
He likes happy hours.
So this, I just can't tell you how attracted I am to this bottle. Like real talk. This purple is just getting my goat. Look at this
I don't
thing.
think I like that saying.
Look at this thing. It comes in a box. I love boxes. Those are great. It's Distillers Reserve. And this is what I love about Wild Turkey. Everyone's putting out 100 proof. Turkey comes out 101. Everyone's putting out 80 proof. Turkey comes out, well, they bumped theirs up. They used to have an 80. We're going to have an 81. Everyone comes out with not everyone, but a lot of people come out with a 12-year. Turkey says, okay, 13. A lot of people superstitious. They think that's an unlucky number. We're going to do it. 13-year. You know, you don't see a whole lot of 13 years. So, I love this. Now, it's 91 proof. This one's 91 proof, which is...
Yeah, someone else asked what that was.
Odd to me.
It is a little weird.
I don't think I've ever had a 91 proof. I've had a 98.6. I've had a 90.
92.
I've had a 92. 94, I think, maybe. 91, I don't think I've ever had. So, this is cool.
Let's do it. I do like the purple,
Let us.
It's so royal.
Now, I'm going to do Philip Proud here and, like, pour up to here for you.
No, don't do it.
No, I'm not going to.
So John Belushi, who's not actually John Belushi.
How do you know? You don't know that.
I don't know. It could be. Asked if you would pass on the King of Kentucky if given the chance to purchase it at $179.
Ooh.
Because that's less than what we paid.
That's less than retail.
Yeah. So.
I don't think it's a $179 bottle of bourbon for what's in there.
But if you're collecting.
But if you're collecting, I think that's worth it.
That's a good price if you're collecting.
And if you want good trade fodder, absolutely. Because you could probably get 2 or 3 excellent bottles in a trade for that.
Or if you open it and you decide, it's not really, you don't love it, you could break it down into samples and then share those with your bourbon community at, either for free or
trading.
Use them to trade. Yeah. And then that way you get it, because that's very limited and people might be curious, if they can't get their hands on a bottle. But yeah. But taste-wise, there's just so many better things.
Forgot to show, this was during
What's that?
Adam's portion of the sample shout out.
The 25
samples. Bunch of these, 25 samples. Look like that.
That will be trying.
All right. So yeah, no, I say go for it. Depending on what you want to do with it. Just to drink the whole bottle, nah. Not for me anyway.
This skips around and it's making me mad.
Now this is a different nose.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh.
You can smell the purple.
You can't smell the purple.
Purple turkey. Purple turkey.
It's really caramely. Don't you think?
It's more reminiscent of that split label that we had at the Dixon Deadman tasting from the 70s.
Mark Brown, can we make it to the Scotch Test Dummies 5-year party in October? I don't even know what that is. Tell me more.
Where they live again? What's their address?
I don't know what state they're in, if it's possible.
We'll talk to the dummies.
We'll talk.
We'll see. We'll crash a party. Like, hey, it's Bourbon Nights here. How you doing? Who's a subscriber?
If we show up like that, no one's ever going to invite us anywhere again.
Be like, hey, Scotch sucks.
You can't say that.
No, I'm kidding. We wouldn't do that.
Killing me with the monster. I didn't even see.
Yeah, I'm drinking.
How can you see that? Oh, no, you drank out of
from
it.
Yeah, I'm sipping on some Monster Rehab. This is the tea and lemonade.
I personally love the peach tea version.
I like it. We are not paid sponsors.
Monster does not pay us. I wish they paid us in free Monster.
But we might try. We might try to get them as a sponsor. Because it's like something that we genuinely use a day after...
Some heavy drinking.
Let's not say heavy drinking. Some day after some intense sampling. A nice Monster Rehab.
You're too much.
It's the breakfast of champions. I don't know. No, it's good. I like it. I feel it pairs well. I always go back to water before I drink something. Well, sometimes, and I've talked about this before, I like to shock
Shock the palate.
my taste buds. Because sometimes water is just,
Oh, it's in Kansas. I don't think we can go to Kansas in October.
Kansas.
It's my birthday in October.
Yeah, how about a Kansas birthday?
Okay.
We can listen to Kansas. We can go to Kansas.
Maybe. We have a lot going on in the next couple of months. I don't know if we can do Kansas in October.
5 years. That's awesome.
really good for them.
That's awesome.
In Wichita. What does my shirt say? My shirt says, "Can't buy me love, but you can buy me a bourbon." Hop scale.
And I have.
And he has.
A lot.
He knows that you can't buy me love. No.
Okay, can we drink this, please?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh, that is smoky. And, oh, it's so smoky.
And buttery. It just
It's
slides over the tongue.
Don't say it. It slides into your DMs.
No. What?
When you slide into someone's DMs, it's when
Okay. Gotcha.
you're
Yeah.
sneaky, creepy.
Gotcha.
You're creeping
You're
on
creeping.
their messages.
Oh, wow. And then the finish. Ooh, this tastes like no turkey I have had before.
Yeah, that is so...
This one's a thinker. Super smooth.
You know what? It kind of numbed my tongue, but it's not like the texture. And I know it's not textural because it's a liquid. But do you know what I mean? Like,
I think it
not
just-
the proof, but like the texture of it. I feel like I just got an injection, like when you go to the dentist and you lose the feeling in your mouth.
Novocaine
I love,
for the
love,
soul.
love. It is smooth.
I feel like it just made me sleepy.
Yeah, it's like a silky sheets in your mouth or
Yes,
something.
it is. It's like the other side of the pillow. It's cool.
It's cool.
It's silk pajamas. Purple silk pajamas. I'm sure that's what...
These are some Hugh Hefner purple silk pajamas right here.
Well, I'm sure it's what Jimmy and Eddie wear to bed. Are purple
that's
silk
good.
pajamas. Wow.
Yeah. Yes. Hi, Jason Whiskey Wise.
Philip,
Tongue
do
dance,
you
yes.
know what this goes for, conversion rate over in Japan? I mean, is this like a...
We don't know.
I'm asking Philip.
I know. We don't know. So
Yeah,
you
we
can
don't
tell
know.
us.
Man, this is... Woof.
Do they still make this? I don't know. I mean, this is
think
not
so.
an older... This isn't the oldest label, you know.
No, if it's like the other one...
Is that the new label?
No, not quite.
No, not quite.
So this has a 15 on the bottom, just like the other one.
So you think it's from 2015?
I do, best I can tell. And that's about when they had
We surmise.
this style of
If you're in Japan
turkey. Yes, if you're
and
in
you
Japan.
can get this.
If you're in Japan, let us know. Let us know the
And
deets.
bring us back one.
Yeah. But it's weird. Another 700 milliliter, different, like our Australian friends have
$200? No.
200.
That can't be right. Philip says he paid $28 for the 8 and $35 for this. Guy who asked about King of Kentucky. Don't buy that. Buy this.
Yeah,
Go
buy
to Japan.
Several bottles of this.
Spend your money for a flight to Japan. Go there. Buy this. Come back.
Wow. I mean, that's what I wish I had done with the King of Kentucky. I
Yeah.
got almost $250 that I spent on it and bought a plane ticket.
Oh, that's the U.S. trade value of it? No way. Well, it's good.
Can I, import some? Can I buy import exporter? Can it be Art Vandelay?
I don't think you can do that.
Art Vandelay. It's Seinfeld.
I don't know.
He's in import exports.
This is lovely. I would like to save this for later.
So John Belushi says 6,000 yen is $60. Okay. But 30, I don't know. I don't understand.
Math.
I don't understand. Math. Yeah, I want to save this a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
This
going to
is
save this and come back to it because it's
amazing.
delicious.
Okay, so this is regular turkey. This is that in the shot? A little
Potato.
bit.
Potato chip importer exporter. I don't get it, Rob, but it's probably funny. I like potato chips.
I like potato chips.
What should we do next?
That's good.
It's so good.
Oh, man.
And now I'm depressed because I'm
This is less than an hour away from us is where this stuff is made, and you can't
and we
even
can't
get
get
here.
it.
I know they're owned by a Japanese company.
But I want it.
Yeah,
what do we
but
have
I
to
want it.
do?
All right, now comes the portion of the show where you take out your devices and you vote on what you want us to do next. Kind of like America's Funniest Home Videos. Vote now.
No, no. Yeah, what do you want us to do next? We got all kinds of stuff back here.
We listed it.
You already did, but we've got a lot of people watching now who maybe weren't before.
Hi, people. So, okay. All right, fine. We have I think 2010 era Wild Turkey 101. We have today's age Turkey 101.
We already drank that.
We have 81. We have Long Branch, Russell's Reserve 10-year Forgiven. I want to drink Forgiven. Rare Breed.
Oh, we got votes all over the place.
Kentucky Spirit, thank you.
Yes.
We have Decades. We have the 1894.
Ooh, let's do that. Can we do that real quick? Because we're in the lower proofs right now. Before we move on to something.
Got a Forgiven, please.
Yeah, but we can't.
2002 Russells. Okay, let me just go.
Yeah, we wish we had that.
Buy that on the secondary. Excuse me while I empty my bank account.
Oh my gosh, everyone's voting. Brandon Elliott, what do we think of Forgiven? We actually did an episode on corking it. Our thoughts are probably...
It's an older one. So...
Oh, no, I thought he said... Oh, it's a Forgiven. Yeah, we did an episode on that.
I'm in an older episode.
Yeah. For some reason, I said Forgiven and my brain said Long Branch, so I don't know. So we're getting a lot of Forgiven votes, so I think that's what we're going to go for next. But let's do...
But
this is 90 proof. How much is the Forgiven?
Forgiven? Forgive me, I don't remember.
Forgive me. Where is it? Oh, here it is.
It is...
90.
90. There you go, two 90s.
No, 91. 45.5.
Yeah, 91.
Okay, so we can do that.
Oh, and I just said, I've never had a 91 proof Wild Turkey. La 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 la.
Ha 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 ha. You just didn't know.
I'm a jackass.
You didn't know. Okay, let's do this, then we'll do this, and then we can move on to something higher proof.
It's just never the same as the first uncorking. Pop-wise. That's okay. Oh boy.
You know what I'm...
Yeah.
I can't say it.
You can't say something like that on the internet.
No, because it'll live forever.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to.
No.
Sorry, Pam, if you're watching. She doesn't even get it.
Pam don't know.
Nah, she does.
Okay.
She's smart.
Forgiven. So the story behind this thing was they had...
The alleged story.
The alleged story, which I got more on that later, is a worker, female worker, I forget her name. She had a batch of, I think it was a batch of bourbon, and she accidentally dumped a big batch of rye on top of it.
This is batch 303, by the way.
Or the reverse. Doesn't really matter. One got dumped onto the other.
I think it was the rye on
I think
top
it was.
of.
Like 6 months worth of rye, like non-cut down rye. Mm-hmm. Normally the 81 rye is big. The 101 rye isn't as available.
Right.
Only available in a liter.
Yeah.
Oddly.
Strange.
But like a cast strength barrel proof vat of rye dumped onto this bourbon. He just pulled the wrong lever, which I technically believe because humans make mistakes. And there's lots of levers and pipes and stuff in a distillery. I could see it happening. I could also see it happening, but I think this has been a very dumbed down and polished version of what really happened. Romanticized.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Now, when we went on the tour, the guy told us, she was going to lose her job. Because this is thousands and thousands of dollars worth of product that's now unusable until they tasted it. So she was going to lose her job. She was freaking out.
Wait a second.
We're like, oh, this tastes pretty good.
Tastes pretty good.
And
let's try to recreate this.
Yep. So they made it a thing, and they wanted to call it Unforgiven, but they couldn't because.
But Clint Eastwood called him up and said, "Hey, my skin's leather. I look like jerky, and you can't use that name because I was in that movie." I just imagine.
So, anyways, I don't know why they would call it Unforgiven anyways, because she was forgiven.
She was not fired.
She still works there.
Though she was transferred to a different department.
Yeah,
like, what? She just answered the phones for a while or something. I don't know.
I think it sounds like...
I think she should have gotten a raise.
I think it sounds like an employee was experimenting with the different stuff and mixtures, and then they were like, oh, this is really good, brought it to the higher-ups, they brought it to their higher-ups, which made it to whoever, and they were like, how can we put a good marketing spin on this to get people talking about it?
I wouldn't put it past them, but...
I want to believe the story.
I choose to believe the story.
Yeah, okay.
I choose to believe it.
Lies. Everyone doesn't believe it. They didn't believe it.
I mean, could you see one of us doing that?
I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm the klutz. I would definitely pull the wrong lever.
You would like trip on something, grab it, pull it down, and go,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Yeah. And then I would be like, oh my god, they're going to fire me. I'm in so much trouble. And I would probably have
Like,
an anxiety
Can
attack.
we taste it first before we dump it?
Bottle, or batch 303, yes,
This
that's
is 303.
correct.
I have a batch 302, which is the first batch.
But you haven't opened it?
I haven't opened it. I'm saving that.
Ooh. And they pulled a sword from the stone, Jeff says. That's funny.
Yes, there could be only one. I mean, this is listed as a limited edition small batch blend of bourbon and rye straight whiskeys. So,
if you watch us try rye, you can easily surmise that we tend to lean more towards the lower ryes, which are basically just extra high rye bourbons. Over the legal 51%, but
yeah.
barely. We really like those. I like it. I mean, I think it gives it enough of a kick, but it's still really smooth, and it's not too much like licking your spice cabinet. That's what gets me. It's like, I love fall baking, but when I feel like I'm just licking allspice, it's not appealing, and it kind of gives me a headache.
Kids, don't lick your spice.
But
Rack.
lately, I have been opening up some more to, like, I did the James E. Pepper tour, the distillery just opened, and they do a lot of high ryes.
Right.
And I've been opening up more to those, actually. And if you're in Lexington and you can take that tour, I would recommend it. It's new.
Tour's now available.
It's neat.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, when you're getting into bourbon, you had to baby step. So getting into a high rye, which I love saying. Rye, you have to also kind of baby step. And we're baby stepping. I mean, we're not like grizzled old pros. We too.
Matt Bailey says that his is a 302 also. Should he not open it?
Oh, depends. Me, I'm a bourbon drinker and a bourbon collector. When I found it, someone actually on Instagram shouted out to me and said, hey, I know a place in Covington, Kentucky that has one left on the shelf. So I drove up there and I bought it because I hadn't seen the 302 anywhere. It was in this ugly, like, wood grain tube, So if you're a collector like me, maybe hang on to it. But if you just like drinking whiskey, drink it.
Yeah.
Drink it. Or I might, open it later down the road.
Sure. Like, it's one of those things that's like, not that we're never going to open it. Like, look, the first batch of Little Book.
Right.
We have one. It's not opened. It's not that we're never going to open it. It's just like, you'll never have the first batch of Little Book again. So, who knows? 10 years down the road, if we're still doing this, that might be something really cool to do. So, it's sort of like an investment for the channel's future.
Right. Right.
Or our future. Whatever.
Our future in our 401b instead of 401k. 401 bourbon.
Do we like the Buffalo Trace high rye recipes? Elmer T. Lee, Blanton's, Hancock's.
Absolutely.
Hancock's less than, and Rock Hill Farms. More so everything else but the Hancock.
I
don't know.
Rock Hill Farms just fine.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Thought you meant Hancock's and
Oh,
Rock
no.
Hill.
All those others that you mentioned, it's Big T, Bourbon, and Cigar. Yes.
Oh, Big T. What's up?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, but the Hancock's is probably my least favorite. We keep trying it, and every time people talk about it, they're like, oh, it's so good, blah, blah, blah. We've been at parties, and they're like, oh, this is great. And I'm like, no, I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
And it's not that they're wrong. It's just not for me.
Right.
So.
This guy, though, is enjoyable. You can definitely taste the rye presence. This might actually be higher rye than what we're used to with Wild Turkey.
I have to stop you and say, I think we just broke a record of people watching. There's 156 people watching.
Hey!
Cheers to all of you, 155, because I mentioned it and one person left.
You're like, oh, screw this.
Thank you for watching. We love you guys.
Wow, that's awesome.
But yeah,
Woo.
Mellow Corn, no, we haven't tried that yet. Do we have a bottle?
We don't have a bottle. I've
but it's
tried
everywhere.
it.
I see it all the time, but I haven't tried it
Heaven Hill.
personally.
100% corn whiskey.
It's so cheap. I don't know why I haven't bought it. I think it's just because I always see it and it's so cheap, and I'm like,
Well,
I'll just get it next time.
I would actually like to do that as a live episode. Do a wheat whiskey, a corn whiskey, and a rye whiskey. Like 100% rye, 100% wheat. 100%.
Good, we should do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down.
Well, I've got it written down.
Pardon me.
It's in my phone. This is tasty. I do enjoy.
Kate is late to the party. No worries. Welcome.
What's up, Kate?
And drinking Little Book.
Oh, there you go. We were just talking
about Little Book.
We were just talking about Little Book. Yeah.
They just
came out with the second.
Yeah, they just announced the second one.
Yeah.
Not sure about that. But I wasn't sure about the first one either. And then we tried it at Bourbon and Beyond last year.
The second one's the Canadian.
I think, or something
blend
like that.
with Canadian
Some sort
whiskey.
I'm not sure. But again, the first one was good, and I didn't expect to like it. So who knows?
Because that one had a lot of corn whiskey.
It did.
Like 13-year corn whiskey or something.
I do like that story too, and I don't know if that's true either.
Oh, everything's true.
It sounded so epic, like there was this secret library room full of samples of all the whiskey they've ever made, and he was allowed to just go in there, and I just picture like dark leather chairs and like floor to ceiling shelves, and he can just pull this ladder along and pick whatever he wants.
He can.
It's nice. It's very sexy
it's all
in
true.
my head.
It's all true.
I'm gonna save this too.
All right.
Let's do this one.
So how about it? Can we do the 18?
We're gonna do 1894 now.
1894.
This is the Australian exclusive Master's Keep 1894.
Ooh wee.
Ooh wee.
Ooh wee.
You go ahead.
Oh, well, I'll still pour you first.
Thank you. I was just gonna let you. I want to see how much you want to pour.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. About half of the sample. Again, this is bottle 06637. If that means anything to you, it's a 90 proofer. So we were having to. Well, that was a 91. We're actually going down a point. But I love trying things that you can't get here in the U.S.
Todd asked if we've had the Revival yet. Why am I blanking on what that is?
Revival is the third Master's Keep that's been released over here. The one with the sherry?
That's the sherry one that you want to buy.
Yeah, we tried it at the OBC, Old Bourbon County Kitchen. Shout out. Great place for food and whiskey.
Yes.
Amazing selection. Amazing bartender. Shout out to Iverson.
My little baby.
Your little baby. They went to school together.
We went to middle school and high school together, and now he's my favorite bartender.
There you go. He is an awesome bartender. Great mixologist. Great cocktails. And their cocktails, not to go on like a whole OBC pitch, but their cocktails change every few months.
Pretty much, not seasonally, but more often, like every 2 months. And they theme them really cool themes. So right now is is cartoons, like pre-2000s cartoons. So my favorite one right now is called the Hey Boo Boo.
Hey Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Hey Boo Boo.
But let's see, they've done all kinds of different themes.
I think I had a Thundercats Ho.
Yeah, that's what you had.
Thundercats Ho.
So they're always coming up with neat themes. Like before this, I think it was old country music songs.
Oh yeah.
So if you're ever in Lexington, you should hang out there.
Smell this.
Oh, also it's been rumored that Kaylee Cuoco from The Big Bang Theory frequents there when she's in town.
She's been spotted
She's been spotted there. So.
Yeah. She owns not owns. She is a partner or an investor in a distillery in Paris called Hartfield and Company, which is actually run by a couple of my high school friends.
Yeah, that's where you grew up.
I grew up in Bourbon County, Kentucky.
If you didn't know.
Meant to be, right? Have you smelled this yet?
I did.
Let's talk about it.
Goodness.
It smells great.
Okay, I'll say that everything that we've smelled today has not smelled like the thing before it.
Correct.
The closest would be the 8-year Wild Turkey from Japan and today's 101. And again, it smelled like they were in the same family, related, but one was the big brother.
Correct.
Everything else has had a very unique and also pleasant nose.
This almost smells like another distillery. It's that different. It smells more like a Buffalo Trace to me or something. It's just, I don't know.
I hear you.
But it has that familiar caramel in there. Like a barrel made of caramel.
A barrel made of caramel. That sounds like a dream.
A charred barrel made of caramel. It's like when Homer dreams and he goes to the world of chocolate and the little dog jumps up in his arms and he just takes a bite out and yip. Anyway, so let's try it. Oh my. That's pretty interesting for a 90 proofer.
It is.
It goes dark.
I'm not a fan of the finish.
Really? Mm-mm. I think it's got a nice chocolate.
Oh, see, I think it's bitter. Maybe it's like cocoa powder.
Could Could be.
I can't believe you're not saying this is dry.
I don't think it's dry.
He's usually the one that's like, ooh, it's dry.
I definitely get a chocolate finish on this guy.
Trying to catch up on stories.
Chocolate brittle. I like the finish.
We do need to do cracker time soon. We do have crackers. Have we gone to Justin's House of Bourbon? Yes, I actually work a couple of blocks from there. They just put in a tasting bar. Again, if you're in Lexington, I would highly recommend you go there because of the tasting bar. They have a lot of great stuff. The pricing is all over because they buy secondary too. I guess you could call it that. They buy and sell vintage and other things. So you can see a lot of really cool things in there. It's kind of like a museum.
It is. A museum that you can buy the paintings.
Right. But you got to be willing to spend on the paintings.
Then they also have the normal offerings.
You
can go and buy a bottle of Wild Turkey 101, like today's. That's where I bought the last David Nicholson David Nicholson Reserve, which it kind of dried up around in liquor stores. I found one there.
Hey, we just got a chat.
Oh, super chat.
A super chat.
Super chat. You're gonna have to. There it is, Brad.
I was trying to catch up. Hi, Brad. Cheers.
Cheers to you, Brad. With our finest 18. Why can I never remember dates? 1894. Cheers, Brad. Thank you.
Cheers. If you are in town, August, September, I do have to brag on myself a little bit because this is unrelated to this. But speaking of hops to go,
brag on.
You weren't there that day. In mid to late August, their 1792 store pick, which I helped choose, will be out at Hops to Go. So if you're in Lexington, you should definitely go pick it up because I helped choose it. It was the one I wanted to win.
Okay.
But Chad's doing a couple barrel picks coming up too.
I'm getting ready to do 3 barrel picks, y'all.
So if you're in Lexington and you want to pick them up, 2 of them are with Hops to Go
and
that we'll do together.
Just between us and the 167 watching, wow, by the way, record much. We're going to do an episode on what it's like to go on a barrel pick.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I've filmed a few that I've been on with the Lexington Bourbon Society. I'm hopefully going to film all 3 of these ones that are coming up pretty close to each other, which are Buffalo Trace, Russell's Reserve, and Four Roses.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do an episode, and it's Bourbon Night episode, about what it's like to go on a barrel pick, and I'll kind of like combine different footage.
The best of all the footage.
It's going to be a bigger episode, a little longer to edit. So,
but that'll be coming. Our target is Bourbon Heritage Month, but we'll see.
September.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. It'll be, did you guys watch the New Orleans Bourbon Festival video? Did you like the vlog style of storytelling? Might try to do that again.
If you like it.
If you like it.
It's more fun for us. It took me a while to be like, I'm okay with talking into this while people are staring at me. And I'm still not really okay with it.
You and me both.
He's way better at it than me.
But still, like, in the airport, I was like, there's people watching me.
I have to say, I think that this is my least favorite of the ones that we've tried today. It's a little too flowery for me.
Flowery? I think this is delicious.
The finish is, it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it.
This tastes like...
Of all the ones we've had, I would choose this one last.
This one tastes like a Master Keep to me. It tastes like it is a more expensive whiskey.
The finish of it to me is like potpourri in my mouth.
Wow.
And for me, I'm just like, I'd rather have the other ones.
I'm still getting like that dark chocolate finish. Dark chocolate brittle. A lot of barrel influence.
Chris said we have to come round when we are in town this year instead of just meeting up everywhere else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Oh.
We want to hang out with you guys.
Come on. Yeah. All right. I'm going to start washing out because...
Does it include smell-o-vision? No, I wish. If that were a thing, that would be so cool. We're working on it. Yeah. No, the world's biggest geniuses can't figure it out.
We got our 3 best guys on it right now.
We got our 3 best guys on it. Yeah, they said the vlogs are cool.
All right, cool. Well, we'll do it.
We'll do it.
All right, guys. We need to know what you would like for us to sample next, turkey-wise.
Maybe we'll just do like 1 to 2 more.
Sure.
We got 15 minutes.
We're at the 45-minute mark. So,
and we got to get our cards out.
Oh, yeah. We got to do the bourbon.
So, tell us. A lot of people were saying decades. A lot of people were saying the old Austin Nichols, the Russells.
Chris
couple
is
of
right
long-
there with me with my tasting notes, so nah.
Ooh,
So.
sorry. I was eating a Milky Way? Oh, man.
You're my boy, Chris. You're
Um,
my boy.
what
Yeah.
do you
let's see.
think?
We've got this probably 2010 turkey. Again, we tried that last episode, but it's been open for a week.
Someone said I have Perry's palate. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's good or bad.
We
Is it
got
good?
Rare Breed,
I assume it's good.
Long Branch, Kentucky Spirit, Russell's Reserve, Decades. What y'all want?
Evan Herrera asked, do I know if Hops to Go still has the Boone County pick? They sold out. I'm sorry. The only barrel pick that they have in right now, I think, is their Knob Creek, which is my favorite.
Oh, the Bunning Barrel.
The Bunning Barrel is
amazing.
So good.
I've had a lot of Knob Creek picks, and that pick is like top 3, easy.
It's my favorite one.
Yeah. It might be my favorite.
Your favorite of their picks was the Boone County, but I'm really thinking that this 1792
really
Foolproof
good.
is going to be his new favorite because I chose it, but we'll
1792 Foolproof is amazing in general. So what we
see.
get.
Someone said, "Oh, potpourri, gross."
So we got some Decades.
Oh, here I'm
We got
scrolling
the
down.
Russells, Decades, Spirit, Decades,
Decades,
Russells,
decades.
Decades. Liquor Barn 14-year Knob Creek. That's not an option. No, I know what you were saying. It's fine. Well, let's see. Decades.
Oh, someone else wants. Whiskey Steve wants to know what was the old Austin Nichols bottle. Turkey not for everyone, Chris. I love turkey. Just
Turkey for everyone.
I just like the other ones
This
a
is
whole lot.
the old Austin Nichols that we got.
If you guys want to see us try this one, Someone else said Austin
And
Nichols.
we got 2 handles of this.
I think we have an overwhelming vote for Decades.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do.
All right.
But this we did last week on the live episode with Perry, and it is delicious. I may have had a few pours this week.
And really, the only thing I can think in that short 8-year span is that 2010, the bourbon boom was just revving up. They were still probably putting older aging barrels into the blend, or the marriage of barrels for 101. Oh, jeez.
Don't mind me, I'm just spilling while 165 people watch. Cheers, Andy, with my water. Thank you for the super chat. And I know you need to hear Chad sing his Bourbon Night intro. That's up to him if he performs on command. I don't know.
Will Chad sing for $1.99? Yes, he will.
They're voting. Okay, well, while you do that, you're going to do that, and I'm going to get the cards.
Okay. This is a little number that I wrote, about 2 years ago. A lot of people hate it. Some people love it. This is really awkward, I gotta tell you. Just don't think about it, Chad. Don't think about it, Chad. Don't think about it, Chad. Okay, here we go. A little something goes like this. Oh, it's bourbon night. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna have a glass to begin. Yeah. Oh, it's bourbon night. We're gonna do a flight because it feels so right, my friends. It's Bourbon Night. And there we go. That's the Bourbon Night theme song that doesn't exist anymore because we got people saying that is the worst song I've ever heard.
They did. They were
And
angry.
it hurt my feelings. But I do appreciate a lot of love that we've gotten when we took it away, saying, "Why'd you take it away? I love that song." So
Well, you can still hear it here.
you can hear it here. If you tip me a little bit
They're
of
all
money,
clapping.
if you tip me a little bit of money, I will sing on command, obviously.
Jeff, dogs howl. Mostly people are clapping.
Mostly people. Some
For you.
people their ears are bleeding.
Oh Lord, he said. Oh, you guys.
you guys
Yes, Queen. Yes, that's the best one.
What?
Alex.
Yeah.
Yes,
there you go.
Queen.
You
Great.
have brightened up a dreary Sunday here in Kentucky with your conversation and bourbon fellowship. So thank you. Do you have a clean glass? Is that clean?
This has got water in it. I don't have a clean one.
Oh, because that one. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, there's a little bit of water in this, but it's okay. All right.
Oh, thanks, Alex. He said we rock. Someone said how much for me to sing it. There is no amount that exists. I
$100,000.
I don't sing. He can attest to this. It's not good. You don't want to hear it. Dogs really will howl in the distance.
I mean, maybe you put on a little bit of No Diggity. You might sing.
I have been known to karaoke when I've been sampling all afternoon.
Sampling. Lots of sampling going on.
Let's see if...
That was a really intense smell.
Everyone's being so nice today. Big T Bourbon and Cigar said, love spending my Sunday afternoon with you both.
Likewise, Big T.
You all are nice. This is fun for us, too.
Big T, does that stand for Big Tasty? I don't know if anyone else watches the Goldbergs, but Big Tasty is the brother, the older brother.
Meet up at a karaoke bar?
This question is just opinion-based. I'm not going to use it, so I'll go ahead and say it. Is the correct spelling W-H-I-S-K-E-Y or W-H-I-S-K-Y? I mean, that's just opinion-based, whether you're talking about Scotch or not.
Andy, you know. I know all the words.
No Diggity?
No Diggity.
Oh!
Oh, Brad. Yes, we will see you in Austin.
Yes, Brad's Whiskey Journal. Thank you for the super chat.
Chad broke the rules first. It said semi-secret.
Semi-secret. So I told about it. On the internet.
On the internet. Chris says, if I don't want the bottle of the... Remind me again. Le Maison du Whiskey. Oh, I kind of do, though. Because that's my favorite blends ever. You know what? I want it.
She wants it.
Unless you want to open it and bring samples over.
It.
I could be persuaded either way, but if you want me to buy it, I want to buy it.
So there's a store in Paris, I think it's Paris, France, called the Whiskey House, Les Maisons du Whiskey. If my French is still good, it's a little...
Excuse my French.
Excuse my French, it's a little shaky, and my accent's atrocious, but... and they do barrel picks, and they did this barrel pick of Blanton's, 120 proof? Maybe?
Ooh, I don't remember
Something
off the top
like
of my head.
I can't remember if it was... I don't think it was barrel proof. Maybe it was. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. Blanton's Les Maisons du Whiskey pick. It's excellent.
It is.
But what we have here
so good.
Is Wild Turkey Decades. A mixture of 10 and 20 with some 13 and some others in there. Here it's mostly 13.
I was supposed to smell it first and I didn't.
And you smelled it with your mouth.
A lot of char. I like it.
It smells great.
I'll tell you, it's good. It's just got more oomph than what we just had. Personally.
I love Decades. And we can get it here, so I'm happy because we've been trying so many things that I've been falling in love with that we can't get here. This we can, and it's amazing. And it is, it doesn't have the proof, 104 proof. So, there they go again, putting out those crazy proofs, 104 proof, so. What do you think about it?
I like it.
She likes it. There you go.
Is it my favorite thing I've had today?
Who else has had it?
I really, really like...
She liked the higher proof.
Is it a Brad invasion? I do like the higher proof. I think my favorite thing I've had today is that this purple one, the 13-year Japan.
Oh, that was amazing.
It's still over there. I'm going to have some more.
This has more, since it's 104 proof versus the 91, definitely more of a kick, more of that normal, like, high rye spice that you're used to tasting with Wild Turkey things. I can really appreciate this, but I can appreciate the hell out of that 13-year purple. Oh.
That one is the... Goodness.
I just want to bite it.
Someone's feisty. You need that whiskey makes me frisky shirt.
It does.
So feisty.
Yeah.
You stay over there.
Yeah.
Yes, Moose 76. I don't know. I like your name. We did hit 10K subscribers.
About hit 11K.
Almost 11, and we're almost at 1 million views. And when we do, we're going to do something special for the 1 million views. Do you think we should go ahead and click the button? We have 6 minutes left.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe. Let me pick out my card here. You talk, because I'm picking out my card.
Well, how much is Decades down here? I feel like it generally runs for like 120. Oh. Where did you buy yours?
I think it's 159.
Somewhere between
144.
130 and 150.
144 Kroger Wine and Spirits.
Yes. Yeah, no, this is good.
That's
If I had to rank my tastings of today, I would say the 13-year, then this. The Forgiven or the 8-year interchangeable, I don't know. Those would be my top choices.
I think we had this one last time.
Do you need to trade?
Well, I have one possibility, like one potential. So let me just.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Take another one.
I think he'll know it.
That's awful.
Santa Cruzin. I like that name too.
Santa Cruzin?
Mm-hmm.
Cruising USA.
Whale.
Great game on Super Nintendo. All right.
I'm really loving all of the lyric quotes here. Very, very happy with that. If Chad were reading the comments, he would probably be singing these. So, go fish, someone said. All right. Well, you got one that you like?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. You go first.
Okay. Warehouse aged at Buffalo Trace Distillery is where this whiskey is aged. A. Eagle Rare. B. Blanton's. C. Ancient Age. Or D. Elmer Teely.
Blanton's.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, Warehouse Age is the metal warehouse.
It is reportedly the only steam-heated whiskey warehouse in the world and home to only the production of Blanton's. See, I told you. I thought it was a good one. They all know it.
Well, they only have one warehouse
job, you
that only
guys.
does one bourbon, as far as I know. Except like Warehouse X, which is experimental warehouse. Okay. The founder of this distillery spent many years as a paramedic firefighter.
Oh.
Is it A, Dancing Pines, B, Hartfield and Company, or C, Gentry?
Dancing Pines.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so we're both awesome.
No, well, that was easy because it's the one that has to do with trees moving.
Fine.
And it sounds like fire
Fine.
would make them dance. I don't know.
Then I think we had this one last time.
It's inference,
No,
that's
we
all.
we definitely had that one
Or
last time.
what is it? My Sherlock Holmes deductive reasoning.
How about this?
Okay.
True or false? 50-50 chance. Boone County Distilling Company started as a flour mill. True or false?
Boone County Distilling Company started as a flour mill?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. I'm trying to think of their... Yes, true.
Yeah. William Schneider bought the flour mill in 1833, which is why they have 1833 label.
Oh.
And within 3 years began operating a distillery, which outsold the flour. Well, yeah, I would too.
Ooh, this is a good one. You know that one. You leaving? Okay, bye. He doesn't want to answer the question.
And I'm back.
Not big on scotch. Now I'm disappointed. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, it's
We
bourbon.
keep
It's
trying
bourbon
things.
night.
Hey, I just posted a link on our Facebook page about all the Game of Thrones scotches that are coming out, which, again, I've tried. I have yet to find something I like in the scotch realm. But if there was going to be something, I'm convinced it's in that Game of Thrones series of scotches. I'm convinced. So, if I could ever get my hands on one...
Which house do you think you would be most
Ooh, I don't know.
prone to?
Probably something in the, like, I want to say, like, Targaryen or, like, they have the Night's Watch one, which is probably the most intense one. I would have to go for one of those, like, easier houses. Like, whoa, like maybe Greyjoy or something.
Greyjoy.
What's his house? It's with the squid.
Oh.
There's Baratheon. I could maybe do that.
Isn't it just House Greyjoy? It's not
I think
House
it might.
Greyjoy?
I think it might just be House Greyjoy. Anyways, that to me sounds interesting, and I would try those happily because I would be like Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
We
haven't added to our infinity barrel in a while. We can just do that. Bottle. Okay. What distillery was named Innovator of the Year at the 2016 Berlin International Spirits Competition? A. Cleveland Whiskey. B. Smooth Ambler. C. Buffalo Trace. D. Jim Beam.
A. Cleveland Whiskey.
He's right. Have you read that card before?
I've heard it before, yeah.
Dang it.
But I remembered, I learned, I can be taught. Should we close out the show with the old Austin Nichols Wild Turkey 101?
I'm out.
Or does anyone...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were kind of eyeballing this one.
Eyeballing it.
So again, from what I can tell, this has a 10 on the bottom. So I'm thinking it's 2010. It's definitely been a minute since this type of label has been out there. So
these were what? I think these were the only two on the shelf when we bought them.
yeah, I don't think we left any behind.
If there were, I would go back and buy them now.
Oh, absolutely. It was like $56.
We had just come from the Limestone Branch Distillery event. They had something out there. And
Yeah.
it's actually where my mom's from, Marion County, Kentucky. We stopped at this little liquor store, and those two were just sitting on the shelf, and we swiped them.
Swiped them.
Swiped
I'm gonna
them.
pour myself first because you still have water.
And I don't regret it at all.
Nope. Good stuff.
Oh, Gene bought his tickets to the New Orleans Bourbon Festival. We are
We'll see you there,
obviously
Gene.
gonna go back. We love it. We'll have to do a meetup there too. We'll just do meetups everywhere we go. I am excited about this. You're right, Jeff. Let's see. Trying to catch up. Chris, yes, message us when you get home. We'll chat further about samples and bottles and things.
Yes.
Very excited to have you come back over. I can't wait. It's like Christmas.
It is.
Bourbon Heritage Month is our Christmas.
It is.
All the best things happen in September, I feel like.
Speaking of Christmas, we're going to do another advent calendar. So just let you know.
Yeah, so our kind of schedule changes after the last week of November. Instead of doing an episode every Friday, we'll start on December 1st doing a mini episode every day until Christmas, because we do the Lexington Bourbon Society Advent Calendar. Chad puts himself through this punishment. I didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
But everyone seemed to like it a lot last year, and it was a lot of fun to watch. I don't know if it was a lot of fun for you.
A lot of editing.
It's a lot of editing. But
Can we talk about this, though?
Yeah.
Oh, Brad's drinking Revival right now. Yes. And this just smells, again, the only thing I can think that is different is they blended more older barrels into the batch. Because in 2010, they had them. They had those older barrels. So, they used to have 8-year age-stated Wild Turkey here. And then they did that marketing ploy where they said old number 8 on the label, but it wasn't 8-year. Then they just took that away, but they still offer it overseas.
Jeffrey, thank you. Here, take my monies. Shut up and take my money.
Shut up and take my money.
That's way better than what I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Cheers.
Jeffrey. Cheers with this.
I'm sorry I interrupted you,
Old
but it
Wild
had to be
Turkey.
done.
No, so they took that old number 8 off the label because that's what Old Taylor does. It used to be 6-year, now it's just a 6 on the label. Yeah.
Oh, everyone's saying they love the Advent Calendar episodes. Big T Bourbon and Cigar, yes, there is Uber in New Orleans. Otherwise, we would not have made it last year.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to go back.
Yeah.
It's we highly recommend the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. It's a week's worth of bourbon things. Highly recommend Bourbon and Beyond.
I'm just saying.
Southern Whiskey Society was great. That event was awesome in August. What other events do we do? Oh, the Kentucky Bourbon Affair in the summertime. We haven't made it to that yet. Next year will be the year.
Next year. Hey, let's also do this. When Keeneland, I don't know if too many people know about Keeneland, but it's our racetrack here in Lexington.
Basically, quintessential Southern experience.
Yes. Horse racing that you can bet on. And they have bourbon. When it gets back into session, because there's a fall meet
And a spring meet.
a spring meet, people tailgate like crazy out there. I want to do.
Are we going to do his tailgate?
I want to do a tailgate meet because this is the only type of meet where we could bring.
We can bring alcohol.
This and pour for people. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
I know. So let's do that.
Okay, well, I'll put that on my list of set up events.
We get to meet people and share some bourbon with you.
Yeah. And we can bring, it's great because you can bring food and alcohol, and so we can pair things, and it'll be really fun.
Some people never even make it into
I mean,
the race
Ideally,
track.
we would do it on the hill, which is
Yeah.
up where they have like a giant big screen like at a football game.
Yeah.
And you can watch all the races and you can bet up there and there's food and there's bathrooms. So basically you can just have your own event up there and still watch the races and bet.
Yeah,
But if you've never been to Keeneland, you should definitely go.
definitely. So let's talk about this this old Wild Turkey 101. So good. So good. Again, the regular Wild Turkey we love. But this...
Brad will bring the cheese. Other Brad. How many Brads are there today?
Lots of bread.
A lot of Brad.
This.
It sounded like you were chewing it. Like actually chewing.
I am. Just... This reminds me more of like the 8-year. You know? It's probably closest thing we have to the 8-year.
It is delicious. This changes my top ranking.
It's just so good. I'm so glad we have a whole handle of it. A 175.
So many Brads.
If you're Brad, raise your hand.
Okay, I'll give you guys. I believe Keeneland is October 5th through the 27th.
That is so nice. Brad Monk said, Chad, I need to thank you for opening my eyes to Wild Turkey. You are welcome. I'm going to get a little teary-eyed for that, Brad. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. But also thank you for telling me that.
Yes, October 5th through the 27th is Keeneland this year. So we will pick a day, probably a Saturday. Hope that's okay with you guys, so no one has to take off work.
I just can't. I can't right now. I just can't. I can't even. I can't even right
It's
now.
really
guys.
good.
I can't even.
This is one of my favorite things that I've had that you can't get anymore.
I really didn't think it would have been such a difference. That is the eye-opener right there. I really didn't think 8-year difference, 2010, 2018,
What is work?
would have made such a difference. But I was so pleasantly surprised. Forget about it.
He's freaking out over here.
I am.
Don't worry about our Halloween episode. I'm Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Big T Bourbon and Cigar. We will definitely do a Halloween episode. I think we've decided that the only way to do a Halloween episode is if I'm sufficiently
Schmammered?
yes, and Chad leads the episode and I just make commentary. It's a Halloween tradition.
But, we'll still make it organic. We're not going to try, fake.
No, it's just
You have to get outrageous, Sarah.
no. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
We just get me
be
good
organic.
and prepped.
Yeah, prepped.
I'll be prepped.
Liquid lubricated.
I'll be socially lubricated.
Socially lubricated. Where did I see that? Who asked if we tried them blind? No, Brad, we haven't tried them blind, but we would definitely...
Other Brad.
Yeah, other Brad Monk. We haven't tried them blind yet, but we definitely want to. Because
Yes.
that is the true testament of something.
I'm super excited for all these fall plans now. Yes, anyone who is near or in Lexington, come to our Keeneland tailgate. We will make an event of that too. So watch our Facebook, like I said before, for
That's
all
gonna be
these
so
events.
fun because we wanted to do
gonna be so
that.
fun.
And
then we'll dress up and we'll just be-
Oh yeah, you got to dress up like a douchebag, guys.
No.
You have to wear
Seersucker
some-
not required.
Seersucker or like a fedora or a pocket watch or something. Just to kind of, put you out there. Because that's when you can actually do it. Some salmon pants.
Joseph, I'm not sure how to say your last name, and I don't want to butcher it. Could I dress up as Sarah with an H on
Yep.
Keeneland Day or
Yep.
Halloween? Halloween, I'll be Sarah with an H. Keeneland, I think I should probably keep it casual because there will be people I have to talk to and
Yeah, boat shoots.
boat shoes.
Shoes.
Yes,
Some
boat
Some
shoes.
Sperry's. Oh, wear your croquis, which are where your sunglasses. You have that strap that goes around that connects to the sunglasses. It's
Yeah.
called croquis. Mm-hmm. That's where you can wear those.
Oh,
Socially
it'll be
acceptable.
so fun. And by that point, we'll have merch. Maybe we can bring some merch.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
can't wear it.
guys, we're in the throes of merch right now.
Our glasses are being
Like,
etched right now.
glasses are being etched. Decisions have been made for T-shirts. We're not going to... Here's little preview. We're not going to just have a Bourbon Night shirt. We're going to have 2 other bourbon-related shirts for you.
And this is just the first round.
And this is just the first round. We're going to have a website
Soon.
in which you can buy these things. We're going to have Glencairns.
Shut up.
We're going to have rocks glasses.
Yeah. Tell me more.
Oh, I think that might be it. For now. but we are so in the throes of it.
Yes, Chris,
that-
when you come over, we will have those glasses.
We're gonna get some. Yeah, we're gonna
The
get you some stuff.
website, we kind of, it's, I don't want to bore you guys with the details, but basically we have to order the items and have them in order to shoot them for the website and then enter the details. So
It's a whole thing.
we'll have the actual items before we have the website, so we may be selling them in person before they actually make it up on the web. We'll let you know.
We might toss them on Patreon as a reward level or something until we get the website up and going.
That's so fun.
Yeah, so just watch that.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Oh, that was the other thing. Even if you're not a patron, keep an eye on Patreon, our Patreon, patreon.com/bourbonite, for next week's live episode where we list which samples we're gonna try. We'll make that public. But there's a lot of things like our lenses that for $1 you can see all of our lenses. I actually want to ask, have people been liking like the behind the scenes stuff, kind of showing how the sausage is made? I've been doing some
I hate that expression.
some videos of editing, doing some videos of B-roll in the studio for the bottles, and then you kind of know what the next uncorking is going to be or the next episode. So if you guys have been liking that, I definitely like doing that on our lenses, which is basically an Instagram story for Patreon. So just let us know. Visit that. And
Whiskey Yoshi asked if we will be bringing some stuff to Austin. To be determined. We
Yeah.
have a certain amount of suitcases we check on the airplane, and then we have we fly in at like 10 a.m. and then we can't check into our hotel until 3. So I don't want to be carrying around like 4 bags. And also glassware is breakable in the airplane. So I don't know. Oh, Brian!
Brian, your name's not Brad at all.
Don't make sausage on the lens.
All right, we'll make
Cheers.
sausage, but okay.
Okay, fine. You win.
Thank you, Brad.
We won't make it.
Brian. Thank you, Brian.
John, we did not get a bottle of the President's Choice, but we did try it at OBC Kitchen on Friday. And I have to say, if I had to choose between that and King of Kentucky,
Miles better.
it's miles better.
Miles better than King of Kentucky.
If you had a choice, whether you could get President's Choice or King of
B-Rad.
Kentucky, choose the President's Choice. In our opinion.
Absolutely. Yes.
So there's that.
Yes.
I guess we should go on and wrap it up.
I guess so. Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, moral of the story, watch our
Moral of the
Patreon
story.
for things.
Yeah.
Watch our Facebook page for events that are coming up. I will create them and invite you to small meetups that we will be having. And yeah, I think, as always, it's been fun. You guys are awesome. Thanks for sticking with us. We're still over 100 strong, and we're
Yeah.
at the end of over an hour. So cheers to you guys for your
Thank
patience
you
and bear.
so much. I think this is the
Loving
13
us.
year.
Yes,
right
this
here.
is it.
We will toast you with our heartiest 13 year.
Courtesy of Philip Martin. Asterisk.
Yes. Cheers, Philip. And cheers, everyone here in the live stream. And everyone watching the replay. Cheers.
Oh.
Yeah, after I drank. Follow us on the Instagrams and the Facebooks and the tweets at It's Bourbon Night. Go to our Amazon influencer page if you want to, amazon.com/shop/It's Bourbon Night for things like these guys and other things we do to make our Bourbon Nights happen. And lastly, we already talked about Patreon, patreon.com/It's Bourbon Night.
Can he say it in one breath, y'all?
And he did. Cool. Well, thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay. You got a mouse over here to the stop button. And until next time, you stay classy, San Diego. No, that's not right. Drink more bourbon. There we go.